Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Hopefully, all of you are fine. Today, I welcome you all to AppSex Online Support Program 2020. This is week number 12, and tutorial has been made by Mrs. Sabah Farman for class 8. The subject is history. Today, we will start chapter number 4, colonization of the Muslim world. These are the objectives of this chapter, and the topic we are going to talk about is colonialism. Colonialism to conquer overseas territory and rule over it, exploiting resources for the benefit of one's own country, movement of people to these new territories. The definition of colonialism is the practice by which a powerful country directly controls less powerful countries and uses their resources to increase its own power and wealth. This picture shows that people from all across the country, Russian character, British character, German character, all the grabbing at same territory and essentially trying to gain more territories. This is the picture that truly define the concept and what they grabbing or taking territory in order to expand their own empire. In Colony's English Dictionary defines colonialism as the policy and practice of a power in extending control over weaker peoples or areas. Webster's dictionary defines colonialism as the system or policy of a nation seeking to extend or retain its authority over other people or territories. Etymologically, the word colony comes from the Latin colonia, a place for agriculture. Age of Discovery. Colonialism or imperialism began in the 15th century with the onset of the Age of Discovery, when the people of Europe began to learn, explore, and invent. This paved the way for the Industrial Revolution, the invention of spinning jenny, steam engine, and railways brought many changes in Europe. Factories were set up, but due to the lack of raw materials and lack of manpower, it was not possible for a European to produce a sufficient number of goods. Meanwhile, the Europeans started to design and construct ships and patronize voyages of discoveries for finding new trade routes towards the Americas, Africa, and Asia. In the beginning, the Portuguese and Spanish explored, led the exploration by reaching the Americas, the coast of Africa, the Middle East, India, and East Asia. Other Europeans, such as the Dutch, French, and the British, followed suit upon seeing the profitability of these ventures. Between 1595 and 1795, the Dutch East India Company and its predecessors before 1602 equipped more than 4,700 ships to sail from the shores of the Netherlands bound for Asia. More than 3,400 ships made the return voyage home. This private profit seeking corporation was allowed by the British government to rule India by itself through company rule, in which the British government allowed it to act as representative of the British and make laws as it saw fit in the areas of India it controlled. Gained control after a decisive victory at the Battle of Plassey in 1757. Worked with compliant Indian leaders to get rich trading Indian cotton, silk, indigo eye, salt, tea, and opium. During such trading expeditions, they noticed the abundance of wealth, manpower, natural resources, fertile land, and minerals, etc. in the countries they traded with. They entered new regions in search of markets, but slowly in order to maximize their profits and gains and taking advantage of weak administrations took over as rulers. Eventually, the trading posts became colonies whose resources were exploited and the wealth collected and generated from them sent back to capitals in Europe such as London and Paris. There was a systematic drainage and the shifting of wealth and resources from the colonies to countries in Europe. Thus, by colonizing other countries, European countries became the rich, developed economic as they are today. These are the types of colonialism. The first type is settler colonialism, which the countries are USA and Australia. The second is exploitation colonialism, which the country is India. Surrogate colonialism, the country is Israel. International colonialism, the countries involved are Ireland and Catalonia. Now, the next topic is causes of colonialism. Number one is discovery of new lands and trade routes. New sea routes and potential trading posts explored by Vasco da Gama, Christopher Columbus, and others allowed Europeans to explore new lands. Economic consideration encouraged colonialism. European countries wanted to become rich by bringing in wealth from their colonies. Mercantilism. Europeans needed raw materials at cheap rates for the industries, and the abundant resources in their colonies provided this opportunity. A European rivalry. There was a need to find more consumers and new markets for European manufactured goods. European to spread Christianity. European countries wanted to spread their civilizing mission and religion to faraway lands. The next is the picture, which is shown on page number 51, an exhibition of British manufactured goods in 1851. From May 1st to October 15th, 1851, London hosted the first worldwide exposition, largely known as the Great Exhibition. 1. Housed in the magnificent Crystal Palace, the event was a huge success, drawing in hundreds of thousands of visitors from not only across the British Empire but outside of it as well. The famous author Chinua Achebe says that until the lions have their own historians, the history of the hunt will always glorify the hunter. These lines shows the complete definition of colonialism. At the end, you have to write the question number 1 in your notebooks, and this is your assignment number 7. There is anything that might be confusing for you, or you have not understood, or there is confusion about, you are more than welcome to ask the question to your subject teacher. Stay safe. Thank you everyone. Allah Hafiz.